Hey everyone, this is Rab News Blog Animation Bliss, and welcome to my Spotlight Cartoon Corner. So today's Spotlight cartoon we'll be talking about today is Kung Fu Panda. Now, before I get into this review, I would like to remind everyone that new videos will be posted up every Sunday. It can be Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Sunday evening, depending on when I can get the videos posted up. And if you happen to see any videos posted up during the week, that must mean there was a bit of anime news released during the week that I wanted to cover. So those would be considered special videos. And every Monday, I will have the top 15 animated facts series where I go over 15 facts dealing with the anime series that was suggested by the viewers. So those will be posted up every Monday. So now let's get into this review of Kung Fu Panda. So what this movie is all about is about a panda named Po who wants to become a great Kung Fu master. Or he wants to learn how to master the arts of Kung Fu. And he idolizes the Furious Five, who are a part of the famous Jade Palace, and he wants to become one of them. But Poe will soon realize that he doesn't have the experience to be a kung fu fighter, and so of course, Master Shifu at first was like giving Poe a hard time about all this because his master Uwe chosen Poe to be the new Mad Dragon Master, and at first the Furious Five and Master Shifu were like, no, Poe can't be the Dragon Master because he doesn't have the experience to do kung fu, and Poe for the moment was like believing, oh, maybe I'm not cut out for kung fu like I thought I was, and Poe has to start learning, that just because he doesn't have any experience in Kung Fu doesn't mean that he should start believing in himself about going for what he wants, which is to be a great Kung Fu fighter and be a part of the Furious Five. And meanwhile, what happens in the story is that Tai Lung, who was once a student of Master Shifu. He ends up being turned away by Master Shifu when Uwe finds out that Tai Long is not meant to be the Dragon Master, and Tai Long tries to go out on this revenge spree against Master Shifu, and he tries to reclaim his title as Dragon Master, and that's pretty much what happens in this film. So what are my thoughts about Kung Fu Panda? I love this movie. One of the reasons why I love this movie so much was because it takes place in China, because it's like one of those few films that takes place in a foreign country, and I've always loved films that take place in a foreign country. So I like the fact that this film takes place in China, and we get to see a lot of the Chinese there's a lot of Chinese aesthetics in this film that I really enjoyed, and I just love the atmosphere of this film overall. Like, it has a very stylized look to it, and I really like the animation sequences with Poe fighting and the Furious Five fighting. It just looks so fantastic on screen, and I just thought the animation was very good for this movie. Now let's talk about the story of this film. I love the story of this film because I like the fact that throughout this movie, Poe is trying to realize, who he really is as a Dragon Master, and that he can't really doubt himself just because he doesn't have experience in kung fu. He has to learn to believe in himself and be like, I can be the Dragon Master like everybody else tells me so. I just need to believe in myself and believe that I can do all these tricks and stuff like that. And I really like that idea, that plot line in the movie about how Poe tries to find in himself, to believe in himself, that he can accomplish whatever he wants to do as long as he believes in himself. I also like his relationship with Master Shifu. I thought it was very hilarious, and it was interesting at first that Master Shifu's like, I don't think he's the Dragon Master because he doesn't know Kung Fu, so, why should I teach Poe how to do Kung Fu if he doesn't have the experience for it? So I like how Master Shifu and Poe's relationship develops throughout this film. Now, if there was an issue I had with this film, I felt like they didn't really develop the Furious Five that much. Like the Furious Five has Tiger and all the others and Crane and them, and I felt like they didn't get a lot of development in this film. It just felt like they were just in this film just to be in the film. And I wish that there was more development with these characters. I'm pretty sure the second Kung Fu Panda movie and the third one probably fleshed out their characters a little more, but I will be reviewing those movies down the line. But yeah, that's my biggest issue with this film, was that I felt like the Furious Five weren't really developed enough in this film, and I wish that they had more scenes in this film or had more moments with Poe in this film. I also felt the same way about Tai Lung, who's the big bad of the film. Like, I felt like he's just like the past pupil of Master Shifu, and he kind of reminds Shifu of what he did wrong in the past, but I wish there was more to his character besides being that one student that Shifu couldn't really get through, or he couldn't make it to a good person. So I would have liked more emphasis on Tai Lung too as a big bad in this movie franchise. But overall, I've really enjoyed Kung Fu Panda. I think it's a fantastic film if you love Chinese culture, if you love Jack Black. Jack Black is the voice of Po, and he did a fantastic job with voicing Po. Like, he made Po to such a energetic character, and yet was able to hit the emotional notes whenever Poe feels bad about himself. So I like Jack Black's performance in this film. I also like how Angelina Jolie and Lucy Liu and those voiced the Furious Five, which they had an all-star cast, and that's why I wish that they had more time with the Furious Five in this film, because of that too. But overall, Kung Fu Panda is a fantastic film. If you love Chinese culture and if you love watching movies that have animal leads, this is definitely a movie you should check out. So I definitely recommend you check out Kung Fu Panda. So those are my thoughts about Kung Fu Panda, and be sure to follow us on Twitter so we can keep you updated on any new videos we post up, and also like our Facebook page. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rabbit Wild Animation Bliss, and I'll see you later.